And welcome to the Bloated Chef. Chef Jerome here, an actual living, breathing chef, and I'm bloated. Before we get started with today's entertaining and fabulous tutorial, please look me up on YouTube. Smash that like button, crush that subscribe button, very important. Share with the world, leave a comment, leave a hashtag. Please keep your hands inside the ride at all times, and we thank you. Well, now, a view this good and this pretty can only mean one thing, that we are back. The sea is angry this day, my friends. Back in the land of chowder, lobsters, steamers, and lily white liberal soy boys. That's right, back in Massachusetts for some dog sitting. And while Big Sis is away, little brother will play. So we did a little freezer pull. Yes, we are being blessed. This feast is being blessed. I've got ravioli, 3 different kinds. My God, what's my sister doing with that? There's 2 different kinds of sausage, sweet and hot Italian. Couple different kinds of cheese. Vegetables, pots and pans. Hell. Hi, Oscar. We got a lot going on today, folks. We're going to smash this all together and make ourselves a baked ravioli. And since we're near the ocean, let's dive into that first things first section. Hot pan, teaspoon of oil, and in goes that sausage, just for the browning. And at this point, folks, all you got to do is bust it up. Just keep busting it up. And right next door to that hot pan of sausage is a mini Dutch oven. We're going to make our sauce. There goes some olive oil, butter. Here goes our onions to sweat and caramelize. And here goes our mushrooms to cook down and cook all the moisture out of. Oh, there's no one there. There's no one there. Oh, there's no one there. Trust me, there's no one there. Sausage is browned, pulling it off the heat. Moving on to our sauce, continuing to sweat down and caramelize. Let's season. Salt and pepper, of course. I've got some beautiful fresh picked basil from Big Sister's garden. There it goes. That's also mixed with some fresh rosemary and fresh thyme. Now keep in mind, these are all products other than the store-bought sausage that was in my sister's pantry, refrigerator, and or garden. Okay? I'm not going to say it. You know I always say it, but I'm not going to. Okay? So we'll stir that around. Sweat those down. We want to get all of that moisture out of there, okay? All of that moisture. That's important. All right, that's enough stirring. Do I need to tell you to use all your ingredients and use what you have?
No, you do not.
2 to 3 minutes later, we'll give it another glance, and I think it needs 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes have passed through the magic of television. In goes that minced garlic. We're going to let that bloom. We want that to be very flavorful and very floral. You dig? Next step, and this is for the layman, the amateur. Don't add your liquid and then add your tomato paste. Fry your tomato paste first. That's right, fry it. Let it get on the bottom of that hot pan. Stir it around. Let it even start to stick to the bottom of the pan. Then add your liquid. Why? Because it blooms. It makes that tomato paste really pop. It makes the flavor come out hard. Alright, so my sister's been sober for 40 years, so there's no wine in the house. So you use what you have, people. Italian dressing. Oil and vinegar, get it? Vinegar, brightness, deglaze. Use what you have. Do I have to say it again?
No, I do not.
Alright, on to our next up segment. In goes a can of crushed tomatoes. Rinsed. Get them all out of there. Get all that liquid in there. Cook it for 10 minutes. Give it a taste. Need some seasoning. There goes 2 tablespoons granulated garlic, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and there goes a little bit more of that basil, of which you can never have too much. Now then, on to our ricotta mix, okay? The There's our ricotta cheese. We're gonna add, an egg or two, maybe one, maybe a couple, 2, 3. Looks like one right now, and that should be fine. Okay, there goes about a 1/4 cup of some heavy cream. We're gonna whip that all together. We are going to season it, and first and second and third level all starts with cheese. There goes some pecorino romano, a good dose of pepper, and we are not gonna put much salt in there at all. It's already got plenty of natural salt. In goes some mozzarella for the creamy and the stringy. We're ready to go. From here, I'm going to become a crock-pot pussy. I don't want to... Well, let's just say I don't have the facilities to do it the way I want to do it. But crock-pots are great. In goes all that beef. Right into that nice simmered sauce. We will add 1 can of beef broth. Get it all squared away, get it all incorporated, turn it on high, slap the lid on it, and let her go, baby. And look who it is, Euphrosyne, the cook, the patron saint of cooking. How about that reference, Roman, huh? You self-righteous sanctimonious son of a bitch, you. All right, time to mix. Sauce is cooled, ricotta mix is cooled. Slap it together. Make sure we have a good consistency. This will be delicious. Trust me. Just got to make sure we have the right mix of cheesy ricotta mix and sauce. I think that just about does it. Maybe one more. Let's give it a mix. And we should be in good shape at this point. Let's get a look at it. Let's get a visual. Let's get a physical. That looks good. Now, do I really need to, I don't know, show you guys how to cook ravioli? Do I?
No, you do not.
Right you are. All right, our raviolis are cooked. All 3 kinds. There's about anywhere from 8 to 12 ravioli per pan. We will ladle that luscious, unctuous Bolognese sauce over the top. We will heavily douse it. And we will be liberal with our cheese, since we're in Massachusetts. And I bet you were wondering what we were going to do with those croutons. Well, here it is. We're going to add a lovely crunchy component to this dish, and you will dig it. And finally, one last dusting of that fabulous fresh garden basil. But wait! I'll just bet you forgot about that bread, but I sure didn't. Whipped up some fresh garlic, Parmesan, herbs, and butter. And we're going to smush these rolls and all that unctuousness. And this is going to be something else. One more component to this massively delicious dish. Roll them around, get all 4 sides, all 8 sides, all 10 sides. Get all of it garliced up, and I mean garliced up. Make it happen. One more time with some granulated garlic. And then to finish it off, and I mean finish it off, a liberal coating, I hate that word, of pecorino romano cheese. And I mean, don't be shy. Coat them, crust them. Let's stick them in the oven for about 5 minutes just to kind of get that cheese melted, because these will finish in the oven once these containers are cooked. Those look awesome, don't they? All right, let's lay them on top of our delivery packs, wrap them in foil, and I've got 4 for delivery. This house is clean. Now, what we have here is easily one of my favorite top 5 guilty pleasures. 3 prettier words could never be spoken. Ipswich steamed clams. I've tried to describe. I don't want to have to describe again. Do I need to tell you how good these are?
No, I do not.